Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome back. If you're new to our channel, welcome. I'm Asha.
I'm Fanon.
We're here to talk about Housewives, Bravo, anything
Yes.
Bravo related. But today, our episode is on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 11, Episode 8. Whoa.
Yeah.
This episode was interesting.
Yeah. Don't forget to also like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, please. And give us your feedback on this episode that we're discussing today.
Let's get into it.
All right. So, episode 8 the previous episode, they kind of end off with Margaret and Jennifer getting into it. And so now they are discussing that moment amongst each other in the beginning of the episode, and then they end up just going to a restaurant at the end of the night, and the boys get shots. Melissa pokes fun at them, and is like, "Why don't you guys get us a shot? Come on!" And she's kind of like flirting with all of the men, and Joe's like, "Wow."
Wait, Melissa said that?
Melissa said that.
Oh, okay,
Melissa was like...
Yes. Sorry.
Melissa's like, why aren't you guys getting a shot to all of the men, all of the husbands of the casts, or partners, or I don't know what Dolores' Frank is. Whatever he is. And Joe's like, oh, wow, you are a flirt. Because... I don't know if you remember this, but earlier in this season, Teresa makes a prank on Joe and makes him feel like Melissa is flirting with people.
Yeah.
And so
she's just playing off of that.
Yeah, and Teresa's like, Joe, it's a joke. And he's like, every joke has a truth to it. And we're like,
Shut up. Like...
Yeah, and Melissa's like, oh my god, he's so high maintenance.
Like, he always needs attention, like, just doing the most.
Yeah, and, that's pretty much a little bit of what happens at the beginning of the dinner. Something I noticed about the cast, Dolores specifically, is why is she still orange? I know she's looking back, or looking at these episodes, and just, like, wondering why she's...
Yeah.
So orange.
We don't have to worry about that. So like seeing it in other people, it's worrisome.
Yeah.
Like, why are you orange? Yeah. That's not a color.
Exactly. It's
like for skin.
Yeah, no,
it's bad.
No, it's just like, what is happening? Are we going under the sun? Is this your spray tan? Like, what is it? Either like whatever it is, it's. Can we make sure the undertone is correct? Because no one's undertone naturally is orange like that. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, black people have beautiful red undertones, but it's natural.
Right. That doesn't look like your natural.
It doesn't look natural. And that's all I needed to say about that. But anyways.
We don't know tanning. Like, we don't go tanning. Jersey bitches tan.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, they're into that. Like, we haven't learned anything from this show and Jersey Shore. Like, Jersey loves to tan.
You're right. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. So maybe I should be applauding them.
Yeah, because like a tan would look tan. It wouldn't look orange.
Okay.
But maybe Dolores got a spray tan, because like I feel like a spray tan.
They're getting their undertones incorrect.
Yeah, like they're not. And I'm pretty sure in spray like tanning centers you can like choose your tone, or like the vibe that you're trying to go for.
Right.
So she said, just make me
orange.
Little cutie, a little Clementine. just make it a little orange.
Yeah. But other than that, Dolores is fucking beautiful. Like,
Stunning.
I have to say that. I'm like really disappointed in her skin tone. That's all. It's not natural. Like, we have to be real. It's not. Okay, so let's get into this episode. So basically, they're still at dinner. The girls kind of go around and give Teresa advice. I think one of my favorite things that was said was, from Dolores where she's like, you have to pay attention to red flags. And I was like, what?
Dolores has really good advice for like other people, and like she should take her own advice.
Yeah,
she should just listen to herself. I feel like we said this about her like earlier this season.
Yeah,
I forget what it was about, but I think she was saying something like, you deserve better than this, or you deserve more than this. And like we thought the same thing about Dolores. Like, Dolores, look at your situation.
Right.
She definitely deserves better than what she has with David.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a big point, is to pay attention to the red flags.
Right. And so then we get into Margaret asking Jennifer about the previous, or earlier in the day, did you think me yelling at my husband was a red flag?
Oh yeah, well, because Jennifer was like, a red flag to me is someone who curses you out.
Oh, did she do that first?
Yeah, and then Marge started it up again.
And Jennifer's like, yes, that's a red flag. And I was like, ooh.
And she said she would never speak to her husband like that. It's like, everyone's relationship is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she's like, I would never talk to my husband like that. It's abusive.
Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. Comment down below. Would you cuss out your significant other? Let us know, because
we would. And have.
Yes.
I mean, it's true. Like, sure, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
But why? We don't do it for fun. We do it because we're in the moment and we're upset. Like, this is how we would react.
Yeah.
Is it a red flag for some people?
Maybe. But
we're aware of this.
Yeah. I am trying my best to not be disrespectful with it. Like, I'm never going to call you out of your name. I am going to cuss you out, though, but I'm not going to call you out your name.
Yeah.
Even though... Can men get called out of their name? Well, I guess they can if they get called a bitch.
If they get called that, or like...
the C word?
Yeah.
Oh, hard R?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you... The way we're talking about this could you imagine? You call Dorian that and he flips out like...
Oh my god, no, he would not be happy if I did that. Would you do that?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's so wrong.
There's no reason to bring that up. It feels kind of like racist if you're bringing it up when you're upset. Like, oh no. This is just supposed to be a term of endearment. It's not supposed to be a slur.
Oh my god, like, I'm just like thinking about like if Dorian did that to me.
Yeah.
Be like, okay.
If a man called me that, if a black man called me that, I'd be like, okay, but like, why did you say that? Like, why? It's different from like if a guy of another
race said that.
Yeah, if another person of color called
you
that.
Can you imagine if a white man called you that?
I can't, because I'd be in jail. Okay, so anyway, comment down below
if you would cuss out your partner. Do you think it's a red flag?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Because I personally don't see it as a red flag. I think being part of a foreign family, they're very expressive with how they talk. And so, and this is not in a bad way, like, I'm just kind of used to getting cussed out. Like, it's fine. So, like, if a man does it to me, I will do it back. Like, we're arguing at that point. Yeah. But I don't think it's necessarily, like, if they're upset and they cuss at you, like, it's a red flag. But that's just me.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't think it's a red flag if it's consistent behavior and, like, you're being actually verbally abusive with me. Yes, that's a red flag. But if we're in an argument and you're yelling at me, I'm not gonna really, it's not that deep. Like, we'll get over it. We'll have a conversation. We'll get over it. You know?
Exactly.
I think, right?
Yep, no, I feel like we feel the same way about this.
Period.
They're words. They're words. They're they're bad words. Yeah. But they're words.
Yeah. So Jennifer calls her out, and then she also calls Margaret mean because Margaret comes at her mothering.
Yeah.
Right? What did
Basically,
Margaret say?
She said,
she
like,
called her a concubine.
You've been mean in the past. Like, I didn't think it was like, my husband's not my meal ticket, basically, is what Jennifer was saying. Which was, like, honestly, going back to, like, the last episode, that was messed up of Marge to say that, because Marge sounds bitter. Like, Marge doesn't really have a relationship with her children.
Right.
Off of, like, based off her own decisions. So I think maybe she feels some type of guilt for that. And she kind of sees the life that Jennifer has. Like, Jennifer doesn't have to work. She has 5 kids. She has a very rich husband. Like, she didn't really have to work.
Margaret's life is not like that.
It's not relatable. And, like,
she's the breadwinner between her and her husband. So she's maybe feeling a little bit jealous that, like, her husband can't do the same as Bill does for her. I feel like that's where that's coming from.
Well, it's just like, you call her lazy, but you...
She's not even lazy, though.
Your
she
house
has 5
is still
kids out.
Being worked on after 3 years. So who's the lazy one?
It's really embarrassing.
Yeah. Joe Benigno. I think that's his last name.
Like, come on.
Yeah, so they get into a heated argument. We find Teresa defending Jennifer, which is very rare. We find Jackie defending Jennifer in a confessional. We don't know if she does it in real life because of production. We don't know.
Right.
But, you know, a lot of the ladies really defend Jennifer in the fact that, like, Margaret was wrong.
Yeah, she shouldn't have said that. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Margaret counters saying, well, I didn't like that you...
She said you hit very, very low.
You judged me for sleeping with my boss.
Yeah, like when you said, like, well, I'm not going to say anything about you sleeping with your boss. And Jennifer was like, the way that you explained it was like you were sexing it up and just, like, having fun. And you said it wasn't like a Me Too moment. And I'm on Team Marge with this. Only because, like, not every situation that's uncomfortable or, like, with sexual assault is, like, coerced or forced, but you're definitely still, like, uncomfortable.
Right.
And you still feel like you don't have a choice.
Right.
So it's sometimes not as, like, every situation is different, but it doesn't discount the fact that, like, she was taken advantage of, which is why I think, like, Jennifer's just, like, not understanding that.
Yeah. I think she just couldn't read the room when Margaret was explaining that story. And we really don't know exactly what happened in that conversation because it was, like, cut in a specific way. So we don't really know, but I am also, like, on Margaret's side. Like, you could read between the lines. She said, a person of power, I slept with my boss, I was kind of powerless. Like, you can put 2 and 2 together, Jennifer.
Yeah, like, she was manipulated.
You're not that dumb. Yeah, but, you know, we find a lot of the women defending Jennifer, and then they kind of, like, really get into a heated discussion, and then they cut to the boys, and then the boys are having a conversation with Joe, Margaret's Joe, saying, hey, I think Joe Gorga was like, Joe, you don't wear the pants in the relationship. I don't know that I would be comfortable with Margaret talking to me the way that she did to you the night before. Yeah. Which is like, okay, like, I guess everyone's relationship is different. Right. So I see that, but you shouldn't be coming for his manhood like that. Dang.
That's fucked up. Yeah. Like, he said that Joe wears the G-string and Margaret wears the pants. Yeah. And it's like, oh, brother.
Yeah. And then Joe, you know, he does a really good job of defending Margaret. Like, hey, it was in the heat of the moment. There was a lot happening. And he defends Margaret really well. And so, and then I think to button up what happens with the girls, Margaret's like, you'll read the book and you'll understand what's happening.
She's fucked though. She was like, maybe you'll get an audiobook and you can listen to it and understand. And
she said that?
Yeah, and Jennifer's like, I know how to read a book, Marge.
Margaret's kind of, yeah. She cuts, like, deep when she
does cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soggy flicker. Ooh, that is a serve.
That wasn't even that deep.
That wasn't even that deep.
Sid took it really, like, crazy.
But we laughed.
Yeah, no, that was hilarious. It was hilarious. That was one of Margaret's, like, iconic moments on Housewives. But yeah, so the girl, I think everyone ends up leaving the restaurant. I think they're both split up. The groups are still both split up. So Melissa ends up walking everyone to the car, but without Joe. And Joe makes a fuss about it. He like wants her to be with her, to like walk with her to the car. And she's like, I'm the host.
A huge deal about it.
He makes a huge deal about it. They're arguing crazy in the car. It gets really heated. And in the back of my mind and Asha's mind, we're like, this is acting. Trying to secure next season.
Yes. And like everyone well, I mean, if you're not like a Melissa fan.
Yeah.
We're not really Melissa fans, but like if you follow anything on like Reddit or Twitter, Instagram, so we just like that whole community just kind of talks about how fake Melissa is.
Yeah.
And how everything she kind of does is produced and for a storyline. So this scene kind of like made that clear because this fight started out of nothing. And there's never been an issue with their relationship before, except for like when she was opening Envy. So I think that's the storyline that they're still trying to continue, is that like Joe has an issue with like her being
busy.
Yeah, busy.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh brother.
I don't know. Yeah, but it gets really heated in the van. It gives us a moment to like enjoy.
It's a cute moment. They're fighting.
Yeah, and then Melissa calls Joe like the C word, and Joe's like, she's changed. Maybe we're growing apart. We used to be attached like this. And she's just like, oh my God, you are a spoiled C word. And then they get out of the van and everyone's like confused as hell.
Like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. And you know, the guys get together. They have a conversation about the whole moment. Joe is really complaining about like his ego. I feel like his ego's not being stroked and he's not getting all of the attention he needs. Melissa's like, he's too possessive.
Like a grown man.
Like, he's too clingy, and I feel like I deserve to be independent. And Melissa's right. She can be independent. And, like, when you're 24, you are a different woman than you are at, like, I think she's
in your
40
40s,
now.
Yeah.
Like, you are a completely different woman in these times. And, like, you grow and you find that, like, there are things you want to accomplish on your own. And, like, I get that.
Yeah. I do too.
This is all fake, though.
It's all fake because she's been able to do all of that. But no, I kind of agreed with her in that moment because I'm sure there's so many women out there that just feel like they have to suppress their passions or just like what they actually want to do because they have a family or they have a husband or, you know, like they just have too many things. And I mean, I kind of like applaud Melissa for doing all that stuff with having her family. But then she also explained like because of her not having her dad around when she met Joe and he was all about family and all about her and everything like that, like she was into it because she didn't have that growing up. But she's growing up and she's like I need like room, like I need space. Again, all fake, but if it were a real thing, like we could empathize with it. But she's fake, so. Yeah.
Remember when she was like, I have to go to Fashion Week and Bravo does
I have to go to trade shows. I have red carpets. I have They didn't show her any fucking Fashion Week on Bravo. As a flashback.
They showed her, like, at Envy.
And, like, a Victoria's Secret fashion show red carpet. Like, that's with Jackie and Dolores. Margaret. Or, Jackie and Margaret. Like, bitch, that's not a fashion show. That's an event.
You're not booked and busy like you say
like you think you are. And then, like, just a little side note, like a couple weeks ago, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, like Envy released a statement, or like she released a statement saying like the Chanel that was sold at Envy is not actual Chanel. And it's like, we didn't need a statement to know that. Like, I don't go into Envy thinking that you're actually selling Chanel. Like, are you dumb?
Oh my god.
Like, even the shit she sells is fake.
Yeah. So, they basically... Okay, so basically that happens. Then they both get together in bed, and they kind of have a conversation. And the next day, Melissa's like, I need to go to the shore to clear my mind from the night before. Whatever. Next then Joe comes up to her and acts like nothing fucking happened. Like, good morning, darling. I fucking hate that. Like, keep that same energy, dog.
We're still fighting.
Beefing. What
we're
are
still
you talking
fighting.
about good morning?
If we didn't clear everything up last night before we went to bed, I woke up at a 10.
Yeah.
And we're still fighting. So go ahead and get your coffee and get it all woken up because we're about to argue.
Yeah. But anyways, so like they end up like having a quick conversation saying like, hey, I think he just apologized for, you know, having a meltdown. And then Melissa was like, you can have a nervous breakdown, but like, let's just squash it for the time being for No-No's memorial, because that's going to be that night. And so they do that. And everyone gets together again. They all go to like a lunch or something like that. And I think the guys are like wanting to prank Melissa because the girls pranked Joe. And so they have, I think it was, I don't remember. I think it was Frank who calls it as like Giselle.
Oh yeah.
He's like, Frank is calling as Realtor Giselle on Joe's phone while Melissa's right next to him. And Melissa's right next to Joe. And she's like, what is happening? And she ends up calling the person. And obviously it's Frank, so she didn't answer. And then she finds out, y'all are pranking me. And then that gets squashed. And then I think Melissa tells Teresa what happens the night before, because Teresa's not in the know. Teresa, Dolores, and Jennifer are not in the know about this. So Melissa tells Teresa what happens the night before. And Melissa's like, your brother just wants more attention. And then Teresa's like, so then give it.
So give it to him.
Yeah.
And Melissa's like, I do give him attention. And she's like, we both need attention. A lot of us. Like, a lot of attention. And then Melissa goes in to talk, like, she talks to Teresa and is like, you need attention? Like, I don't remember, like, your ex-husband, like, coddling you and, like, all that stuff. And she's like, no, that's what I didn't like about our relationship, was that he didn't do that. Like, I like that. So, again, comment down below. Do you like when your partner is... Clingy. I wouldn't say even possessive, because no one likes that, but clingy. And, like, stage 5 clear. Because I don't.
I don't like that. I like to be free.
I like to have my own space. Like, we could see each other, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I could see someone every day.
Yeah.
Even live with someone, but, like...
There are moments where I just need to be, like, with my girls.
Like,
I
with
need
my
to
girls.
I like my solitude.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be alone.
I
do, yeah.
I don't appreciate clingers.
Yeah. But if you are that way, like, I respect it. It's not for me. You just said you don't.
I don't. I think that's weird.
Well, let's not be rude to our
if they're
clingers.
That's fine. Okay. Well, if you're clingers, cling on to this channel. Since you're clingers.
Okay, so Jackie, so at this little lunch thing, Jackie tells Teresa what happens the night before and says that Joe's behavior may be from the anxiety he's feeling about No-No's memorial. And I was like, wow, Jackie, that's a good point. Maybe this is real. And maybe Joe was acting out because, like...
Maybe this is real.
Maybe Joe was acting out because, you know, they're having a hard time.
The scene that we watched of them fighting, it honestly looks so overproduced, but it probably is, like, a little real.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, after the prank happens, Joe has this, like, confessional moment where he's like, he feels really good that Melissa feels jealous about Realtor Giselle calling, and he just, it made his, like, ego feel good about himself. I don't know. Men are straight men. We don't know. Like, yeah. Okay, so then we get into the memorial night, and it's a beautiful night. It's everyone's, like, dressed in all white, and Joe's family's there, like the sons, the daughter,
Teresa's family.
Teresa's daughters are all there, and they really share just a special moment with the cast of New Jersey, remembering No, and it was beautiful, and it was a really peaceful way to end
the episode.
This episode, honestly. Yeah. And rest in peace, No.
Okay.
I don't really know what else to say, but it was really
beautiful. It was a good episode. Yeah, it was a nice ending.
Mm-hmm.
No was a big part of Real Housewives, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Like, it was sad when he died.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought it was nice. I didn't know if they were gonna even like have anything for him in the season, because they didn't really like do a huge thing, but maybe they were waiting for this episode since they were showing his memorial. It's gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. I think like my favorite part of the memorial was when Gia did her like little I don't know what it's called, but she just had like a little speech, and she did it in front of everyone, and I thought it was really beautiful. And then she said something in Italian, and I don't remember what it was, but something I think it was like always, together forever,
like always together. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then there was like a lot of symbolism within this episode with the doves, because there were 2 doves together at all times, and Teresa and Joe were like, oh, these are my parents here, like, and I thought that was really cute. So yeah, I don't know, it was like a beautiful ending of this episode.
This episode was crazy only because like it was like Jennifer and Marge were fighting, and then Melissa and Joe were fighting, and now
everything's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was that episode. Episode 8. Thank you all for watching. We're gonna have 9 and 10 next up. Go watch all of our last videos if you haven't. Comment down below what you feel or think about this episode, or what you feel and think about me and Asha and our questions. I don't know what else to say other than that. What do you have to say?
I have to say, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend,
your aunt, to tell your grandma, to tell your grandpa, to tell your uncle.
Tell them all, and then tell them to subscribe.
Yeah.
Because we love doing this.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Bye.